want to do? How many of you guys would love to go visit Notre Dame, Michigan State, Pitt, UVA, East Carolina, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, pretty much any school that you wanted in it, Arizona State, Ole Miss, okay? Would that be a dream of yours someday to maybe have that opportunity, okay? How about maybe have 25 Major League Scouts come to some of your games or come to your home and sit down with you and talk about possibly being a Major League Baseball player someday, watching these guys on TV. Would that be a dream of you guys at some time? Okay. Now, I'm not saying that that is going to happen, okay? But dreams and goals are very, very good to have, okay? Especially being this young, you set those goals and you work towards that goal. Very important that you don't get caught up in results. Parents, very important right now, especially at this age, do not get caught up in results. Elliot will tell you that as well. That means don't worry if your kid hit 400 in Little League, in T-ball, in Pony League, in Teener Club. They don't care about that, okay? They care about the process and the result, okay? I'm sorry, not the result, but the end process. They could care less. They want to see how you work. If the tools are there. Your head. Does he go about it the right way? Body type. Mr. Mass, he's a very big kid. He worked very hard at that. Okay? Mason is an extremely big kid. 6'2", 205 pounds. He worked his tail off in that. Starting probably at your age. What grade are you going into? Absolutely. Right now. First and foremost, you want to be a good athlete, you want to be recognized, it starts right now in the weight room with the 7th graders. You younger kids, you can start making yourself bigger and stronger with push-ups and crunches and jump rope, but you've got to learn to do that on your own. Set those goals for yourself. Don't make mom and dad do it for you. Okay, sure, yeah, I pushed him. Every kid has laziness in them. You've got to learn to get that laziness out. When you turn into a self-motivated machine, then you're going to start seeing results that compare to nobody. Nobody. I remember one day, he was 9 years old, and I had a relative come up to me and said, "What are you doing? Why do you push this kid this hard? Why do you talk to him like he's going to be a professional baseball player someday? This isn't about you," he would say to me. And I took that personally, and I said, you know what? When your son looks you in the eye at 9 years old and says, "Dad, I want to be the next Bryce Harper," how do you think I should go about that? Do you think that just happens like that? Huh? First off, Bryce Harper there's not many of them out there. But if your son wants to be the next Bryce Harper, he's got to learn how to work like Bryce Harper. First and foremost, you've got to learn to work like Bryce Harper. And that's what I did. I trained him. Not saying that I had all the answers, but I've studied the game. I've studied the players from the high school level up. And how they train. And how they go about things. And how they are mentally. All right? And I said to myself, you know what? If my son tells me that he wants to be Bryce Harper, and I see that he's willing to work at it, he has that athletic ability, I'm going to give him every shot to be Bryce Harper. Or be the next Clayton Kershaw. Because as he got a little bit older and saw what his left hand could do, his left arm, he started loving Clayton Kershaw. Does everybody know Clayton Kershaw? Okay. So, that's our introduction right there. I'm going to let Mason just give you a briefing on him. Then we're going to get into it. Okay, we're going to get into it. There's going to be different levels for each of you guys. Okay? Especially when we start training back here. The 6th, 7th, 8th graders, you'll be able to do a lot of his stuff, okay, that he's teaching you. The younger kids, you can do some of that stuff. It's just going to be lighter reps. But for you young guys, 4th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, okay, make yourself a little schedule that you do every single day when you wake up and get out of bed. So that when you look yourself in the mirror, you tell yourself, you know what? I outworked my opponents today. That's what it's all about. Don't let anybody outwork you. One of my biggest sayings that I always did to him, and I try to do with my daughter, and I do with my players, what did you do to make yourself better today? Athletically, in life in general, what have you done to make yourself better? Okay? When you get that mentality, when you look yourself in the mirror and you're able to tell yourself, you know what, I made myself better today, you're going to start seeing results. Okay? You'll start seeing them. So, Mason, you're up.
All right, guys, I'm Mason. I just previously got drafted here about a couple weeks ago by the Boston Red Sox, as many of you guys have heard. I recently signed with Pitt back in November to play collegiate baseball. I'm just here to kind of provide you guys with a little bit of insight on, my training, just some drills that I have done. Just feel free to ask me questions about, what I did, anything. I'm here to talk to you guys, but just to go off what my dad said a little bit on work ethic and all that. It's not just handed to you like he said. I've had to sacrifice a ton. These past 4 summers, I haven't been around my friends at all that much because I had a dream that I wanted to accomplish, and it took sacrifices to go across the country, play at these tournaments, putting in that extra work at 9 o'clock at night, whether that be lifting, running, getting some extra hacks off the tees, just doing your drills in your room by yourself. So how many of you here like to play Fortnite? Yeah, all of you? Put the Fortnite down more and start working on some baseball. How many of you play Fortnite for several hours a day? Right? Yeah, exactly. So cut out 2 of those hours and, go focus on yourself. Try to make yourself better. Just something every day, a little bit. Just work at it. That's the biggest thing. Work at it, trust the process. And, you have a goal in mind. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. So I'm ready to get working with you guys. Let's go.
All right, so we are going to get together. Elliot Nass is going to work with us as well. We'll go over into the garage. We're going to go over he's got five drills, workout drills that he has done over the past 5-6 years that Elliot has probably taken part of as well, that has really helped him, okay, has really helped him. Like I said, first appearance is everything, okay? As you get older, you 7th graders, you're going to be 10th graders in a hurry. You're going to blink an eye, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, holy heck, I'm in high school. Holy heck, I'm starting to think about college. First appearance is everything. And it starts with physicality right there, okay? It starts with that. Growing up, my dad was 6'1", 210 pounds, just an animal. His other Pat was 6'2", 6'3", 220 pounds. There I was a great athlete, good athlete in my mind. Had some great opportunities to play college baseball, Division II baseball at Shippensburg, but I didn't have the physical specimen that everybody wanted, okay? And I vowed to myself, I will make sure that my son knows how to work in the weight room. That way, when people look at him, the first thing they see is that specimen. And that's what they see. When they see Mason in his baseball uniform, every Major League scout that I've talked to this year said, holy crap, look at the size of his legs. Just look at him. I never realized he was that big. There it is. That's the first thing that they see. Then after that, they fall in love. All right? You've got to be an animal in the weight room first and foremost. You young guys, I'm not talking, like I said, you've got to be an animal, but it's with the push-ups. It's with the crunches. It's with the jump rope. It's with the pull-ups, okay? 7th grade is about the time you want to start, parents. You can start getting into the core things. And that's not a ton of lifting weights, bicep curls, benches, and stuff like that. It's different things with your legs. It's different core results, okay? So, when you hear me talk about the weight room, I'm not talking 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade in the weight room now. But push the pull-ups, the crunches, the push-ups, all that stuff with the younger kids. 6th grade, 7th grade on is when you want to start doing the things that Mason will be showing you right now. Okay? So let's go ahead over there. Let's get started with that. Don't be you don't need any of your equipment right now. You just need your body. Don't be last.